So, you're thinking about buying a home in downtown Alfred, Maine? Well, in this video, we're going to walk through the downtown area to give you an idea of what the businesses here look like in early spring. You can see the leaves aren't quite out on all of the trees yet. Then I'm going to take you through the neighborhoods. We're going to take a look at what those look like in the downtown area. And we're going to talk about some of the local businesses and the restaurants. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to take you up in a drone, several hundred feet up in the air, over the downtown area, and give you a bird's eye view. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey guys, my name's Michael and my partner is Margaret. And if you're new to our channel, feel free to click subscribe or tap the bell to be the first to know about the current market in Southern Maine. We get calls and text messages every day from people just like you looking to move in 9 days to 90 days. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. We can help you make that smooth move to Southern Maine.
Okay guys, here we are. Came off Route 4. We're on 202 headed to downtown Alfred, Maine. So I'm going to pan the camera left and right to show you what some of the houses look like as we approach downtown. And the leaves haven't come onto the trees yet, but you can see they're budding and they're going to be full with leaves here in another couple of weeks. So, you know, these pretty old homes here on the left and right side of the road. Yeah, and there's a convenience store. And the Oak Street Bistro is going to be on the left. Very good restaurant. And what I'm going to do is, we're in the downtown area of Alfred right now. I'm going to find a place to park.
Now, if you've ever been to Alfred, Maine, you recognize where I am right now. I'm right by the Alfred Country Store, and right across the street is the Oak Street Bistro, an excellent family restaurant. So what I thought I'd start off doing in this video is maybe talking about some of the businesses that are in the downtown area. And as I do that, I'll try to pan the camera and give you an idea of some of the local buildings and landmarks that make Alfred special. So right away, we should list that the town of Alfred has a Shaker museum. At one time, Alfred had a significant size Shaker community. Alfred is the home of the Maine State Police Office. And the businesses in Alfred, it's really kind of a bedroom community, but you know, it does have an upholstery shop. It's got DeWolf and Wood used books. It's got some automobile repair shops, of course, and a veterinary hospital right over the border in Waterboro. Now, Alfred was named after Alfred the Great, and this town is the seat of York County. So the York County Courthouse is here, and we'll be taking a drive by that, or maybe I'll get a chance to walk by it as well. And although the town is pretty small, it's about 30 square miles, the population for a town that big is 3,000. Now the town provides elementary school until grade 5, and then after that, the kids go off to Massabesic and Massabesic High School over in Waterboro. The adjacent towns of Alfred are Kennebunk, Lyman, Sanford, Shapley, and Waterboro. Now, I really like doing these videos in early spring and in the winter because when the leaves are off the trees, you get a better idea of, you know, the area, the buildings and the homes. But I understand it's not quite as pretty sometimes. Like this house behind me, it's got a lot of trees in front of it, brick and white. It's absolutely beautiful. And you wouldn't be able to see it as well if all the foliage was on the trees. This is a library right there, Parsons Memorial Library. This time of the year, you know, the trees are blooming and, you know, the leaves are starting to come out, so you get pollen. So if you're coming from someplace out of state, like maybe in Florida or California or Texas or something like that, and you thought you'd invest in a property in Maine, you may find out that you have allergies to pollen. And those can really drive you a bit crazy. And the medicine for that, for allergies, is pretty much the same medicine that you would take for a cold. You get congested, sometimes runny nose, itchy eyes. All right, so I'm going to take you up to the courthouse. Wow, magnolia tree over there, beautiful. Too far away to give you footage of it though. So this is the courthouse. So if you have a civil dispute with one of your neighbors and you decide that you've got to go to court over it, there's a good chance if you're in York County, you're going to end up here. Across the street over there is the Alfred Post Office. So I'm cruising through one of the side streets in Alfred. Today is one of those warm spring days. Absolutely beautiful out. And the reason I like to go for a walk through the neighborhood that, you know, I'm thinking about investing in, or I tell my clients to go for a walk in the community they're going to invest in, is because by going for a walk, you really kind of pick up on the little things as you walk through, you know, like there's no sidewalks in Alfred. So, you know, I personally prefer sidewalks. If I'm going to be in a downtown area, I feel safer. It makes for a better walk experience because I like to go for a walk pretty much every day. So that's something to think about. You know, I look at the houses. How well are they maintained? Alfred's a nice town. So, you know, you're going to see some really nice houses, especially on the main drag coming up here. It's going to get kind of noisy. Hopefully my noise canceling microphone will help me out there. But, you know, by going for a walk, you get to look at some of the houses and, you know, get an idea of community pride, look at some of the landscaping, and, you know, I kind of envision myself going for a walk every day and make sure that I just basically kind of see myself living in this area. I remember as a kid, the Oak Street Bistro years ago was called Allergies. And my parents would bring us, you know, my 4 brothers and I, all out to dinner on Sunday after church. Really kind of neat. Now it's been taken over to a new restaurant. It's called the Bistro, but it's still the same place. It's the same fireplace. And I still very much enjoy going out to dinner there. And a while ago, I went to dinner there with my brothers. See if I can't put that picture up there with my mom and dad. Kind of neat. You'll notice I was the bald one. Yeah, so, you know, this is kind of like Main Street, Alfred, where I am right now. A lot of cars going by, you know, but these old houses are, you know, well maintained, very pretty, big, huge, old oak trees, you know, lining the street. So when they fill out with foliage, they're very pretty. And so by going for a walk, you find out if this is a neighborhood that you can walk in, or whether or not, you know, you don't want to be going for a walk. Or maybe your walking will be limited to a certain area, and so you want to be aware of that, or at least I want to be aware of that. And, you know, the other thing I recommend doing when you go for a walk is go to the neighboring houses of the property you're looking at buying and knock on doors, introduce yourself, and tell them who you are and that you're thinking about buying, you know, a house in the area or that house right over there, and ask them how they like the neighborhood. And the response I find is almost always very positive. I did that when I bought a place in Florida. Knocked on the doors of the neighbors. They tell you everything that's going on. They tell you about the prior owner sometimes. And it's really a good way to find out about things that you're going to find out about later after you own the property. So why not try to learn a little bit about the property before you purchase it, you know? So here you are. I'm back in the downtown area where I started. And what we'll do now is we'll get the drone out and go for a flight.
Okay, here we go, up in the drone. And I'm gonna head way up in the air just to get kind of maximum altitude to give you a great, overview of the town from way up above, so maybe we can see into some of the other towns. So there's a country store down there, and that's 202. It heads back to Sanford. Off in the distance, you can see, I believe that's Mount Hope, and over to the left, way out there, I think that's Agamenticus over in York. Yeah, so 202, if you live in Alfred, you're going to be traveling that a lot to get to Sanford to do probably the majority of your shopping. You might do a lot of shopping actually in Biddeford as well. And we'll pan over to that area. So a lot of old farms in this area of Alfred. This is the downtown area. So we're going to, I came up that street. I'm actually going in the reverse order that I walked. There's the courthouse, post office over there. And if you take that road right there, that will take you way over to Kennebunk. And there's a nice shot looking up 202 right there. That's the old jailhouse. And that's the library. I walked down that street right there towards the courthouse. And over to the left, we'll see some wetlands. Very beautiful. And way off in the distance, coming up here is Shaker Pond, and that's 202. We're going to head towards Waterboro if we go up that way. I'll do another video on that town. And continue to pan around. There's the bookstore, used bookstore. And Oak Street Bistro right there. There's the parking lot. There's a convenience store. The church. All right, I think that gives you a really good overview of the downtown area. Hey guys, if you're getting a lot out of this video, please give it a like. Let's take a look at Zillow and what it says about properties that have sold in the area of Alfred. And you can see we're close to Kennebunk right there. So you're about 25 to 35 minutes to the beach if you want to go to Gooch's Beach in Kennebunk. All right, zoom in a little bit more, and I shot up Route 4 for this trip. And I'll keep going in as we get closer to downtown. 240,000, 350,000, So, anywhere from 300,000 to, 450. This is the neighborhood that I came into. So the Oak Street Bistro is right here. And I walked right down through here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. And then there's the courthouse. And then I walked up the street right here. And then I walked right along here, Route 4, Oak Street. Hence the name Oak Street Bistro right there. Convenience store right here. Okay, so I'll just zoom out to show you what some of the prices are like. 400,000. And you're in the downtown area. If you want to go away from downtown and get into, something with maybe a little bit more land, or, it's just not as important to you to be downtown because you want some privacy, prices look to be about the same, guys, out in this area. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys with your decision if you happen to be looking at Alfred.
And remember, guys, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. And until next time, we hope to show you around town.